mama.
Okay.
They go with me.
Computer. 2 hands. That's what it was. Ooh. Is it on you? You want to put it on top of the things.
It's back.
I'm good. Every now and again, everybody wants to make a quick, easy, and simple meal to use for any occasion. My name is Marcia Warner, and today I'm going to show you how to make tuna fish. I learned how to make it in my early teens, and it is one of my favorite foods to eat to this day. It requires minimum preparation time over the stove, and it is very easy to make. The ingredients you're going to need is relish. I prefer dill relish. You can use any relish you prefer to use. Mayonnaise, canned tuna, boiled eggs, Creole seasoning, and pickle juice. So the first thing, and of course our mixing bowl. So the first thing that I'm going to do is take the chopped boiled eggs, boil them over the stove, and then when they're done boiling, I chop them up. Chop them as small as you feel you want to chop them up, this as long as you cut them. And I'm just going to take the eggs, and you're going to put it in the bowl. The next ingredient we are going to add is our canned tuna. So I have 3 cans of tuna. My general rule is I boil 1 egg for every can of tuna that I use. So I have 3 eggs that I boiled and chopped up that's in this bowl, and I have 3 cans of tuna. So now I'm just going to take the tuna and place it in the bowl. Can 1. I'm going to add our second can. And this is the tuna in water. They also have the tuna in oil. I've never used that before, but I prefer the tuna in water. You can use any brand of tuna that you prefer to use.
It looks so good.
And now I'm going to add the final can of tuna. After we get through adding our cans of tuna, I'm just going to take the spoon and kind of chop up the tuna chunks. And I'm going to stir the boiled eggs and the tuna together. The next ingredient that you'll have to add is the mayonnaise. And you can add as much mayonnaise as you feel. I like a more creamier texture to my tuna, so I add a lot of mayonnaise. You can use any brand of mayonnaise that you want to use. And I the measurements just a little bit because I'm not really sure how much I add. But I'm just going to start off with adding about a couple of teaspoons. And I'm just going to mix this in. And I might add more mayonnaise in the end if I feel that the tuna needs more. And the final ingredient that I am going to add is the dill relish. If you don't have dill relish, an alternative that you can use is chopped pickles, which is basically what relish is. But so when I don't have relish, I use chopped pickles. But I have relish today, so I'm just going to add some spoons of relish in our bowl. And again, I might, just like the mayonnaise, if I feel it needs more relish, I'll add a little more relish. So these are the 4 basic ingredients for the relish. You can add a little bit of more, whatever you feel is needed, or a little bit less. Just depends on your personal preference. Now for my own little mix spin to the recipe, I like to add a little flavor, and I like to experiment with seasonings. So I'm just going to take some Zatarain's Creole seasoning, and I'm going to put a little bit in the bowl, not too much, and just mix it in. And the final ingredient that I'm going to add, I already added relish inside the mixture, but I also like to add a little pickle juice also inside. And I just pour a little bit in there, not too much, just kind of eye it a little bit. And then I just stir it all together. And this is all the steps that you will need to make tuna. Just to recap on our steps, we added the tuna in the can, we added the mayonnaise, we added the relish, and we added boiled eggs. And for my own personal taste, I used Creole seasoning and I used pickle juice. This recipe can be used just to make sandwiches with. You can use it as a dip for crackers or celery. It can be used as an appetizer at parties. You can even use it for meals, even salads. This is a very versatile meal, and it's also very healthy and quick to make.